Do you still have a business model? Are you still in business? This is what we're going to talk about in this video. But before going there, imagine a situation where you're just a newly minted CEO. And pretty much the first thing you need to do is lay off 2/3 of your people, and you realize that you don't have any business left, more or less. 95% of your revenues are gone. What do? You still have a bit of assets, you still have a bit of time, but the things are not working the way they used to do. I'm going to tell you more about this case. It's a real case, what the CEO did. But before that, let's focus on your business. Let's focus on what are we doing now. Pretty much everyone is coping if you have a business. Do you still have a business model? For a lot of people, for a lot of companies, 2020 actually killed the business model, the revenue model, the way it was carried out, the way it was done. But for many, like the saying goes, first gradually and then suddenly. It may not have materialized completely yet. You may have a bit of feeling in your stomach that it's not really working, it's not getting back, but it's you're still getting money, you still have customers, still things are still going. But, and this is the big but, this is something I've been thinking a lot this year. This is something I've been really focused on with the companies I've been working. And this is something I think what you should do as well. Because customers, they're not stopping. They are adapting already. Everybody is a consumer, so we are all adapting to this new reality. We've been staying more at home, we've been doing things differently, we've been skipping things, we've been replacing things. Probably our values have changed a bit. Also the way we think about some things, what is cool, what is trendy, all these things have changed. And because this has been going on quite a bit of the year already, it means that we are not going back. So we are really starting to replace the old with the new. And in a way, we could also consider that we are in a new world. Imagine if you just landed on the moon and you're just figuring out the lay of the land, the gravity, how all things are working in this colony. And obviously it's not Earth. You cannot go back. The last shuttle just left. The only way is forward. You just cannot hide. You just need to go with the reality. And it's this big of a change what's happening now. And it's uncomfortable. It's not fun. But it is what it is. So it's just better to start to look, wake up, explore, be playful, brave as well, but act now. And what I suggest is that you actually look with fresh eyes. Maybe you borrow someone else's insights, just if you know someone who is not vested in your business. So you can ask, could you just take a look and tell me brutally, honestly, what I'm doing, is it really working? You could also talk to your customers, some of them prospective or the new or old, and really have an honest discussion with them and say that, hey, what I'm doing, is it really working for you? Do you still love it? Why you're using us? All these things, because things have changed. It may not be so evident and quick, like in the beginning I was saying that 95% of the revenues are gone, but it's happening. And in some cases it can be just only one thing which has changed. Well, there's a lot of things going on in this year and this decade, but just let's take one, the physical aspect. If you're not providing things synchronously, meaning at the same time, with the same place, with the same people, interacting, having some kind of experience, doing something together, and you just start to do that digitally. That may actually need that things have fundamentally changed and they are not working anymore. You may not have a business model anymore. So what I did, I took a deep breath and I stopped. And I suggest you do the same. Stop and question everything. What is it what I do? Why I'm doing it? Is it worth my time and effort? Is it providing value to the people at this point and in the future? If you think about it in 5-10 years, is it still the way to go? And brutal honesty is needed. So let's not fool ourselves, let's not fool others. Let's see how things really are. There's no right or wrong. We're all here together, figuring this out. There's a lot of trials and errors. Everybody's trying to swim the best they can, and some will succeed because they have found something which works in this kind of new world. So this is my message basically. There's no turning back, no point waiting. It's new, it's uncomfortable, and we are in a sort of a new world, and get over it. You can do it. Do you still remember the guy I was talking about in the beginning? It's an actual real case. The CEO is called Mika Huttunen. The organization is called slush.org. They are one of the biggest business conference organizers in the startup field globally. And they've been doing that from really humble beginnings the last decade. And now it's one of the biggest events really in the world. And this was the situation earlier this year. They changed their CEO every year. Mika just started, and they were planning the event already the first part of the month for the year, a few weeks at least, and then Corona happened. 95% of the business is gone. They didn't really feel like doing a digital event. They decided to cancel the whole event this year. They didn't want to do it because too much uncertainty. So what did they do? They started to ask the questions, the difficult questions. They asked the questions about why do we exist, what we do, to whom we're doing it, and are there any other ways we could actually do the things we're doing now? Instead of having a 2-day event once a year, could we help startups and investors and other stakeholders continuously, 365 days a year, year-round, with a new way? And this is basically what they did. They started to pivot and launched a new product just after 4 months from starting from scratch, and now it's alive. And if you want to know more, I just happen to have a podcast episode recorded with Mika Huttunen, so that's available. You can check it out, like all my episodes, talkswithpetri.com, and I hope to see you next time.